Well, look, obviously the batting has let us down in the last two games, I would say, when we needed to kind of step up, and there's no running away from that. On your second question, honestly, I cannot sit here and talk about what's going to happen in the future. That's not for me to sit here and discuss. You probably have to, speak to the selectors what they have in mind, because this is not my job. As I said before, and I will say again, we have continued to back Cheteshwar and Ajinkya because of the kind of players they are, what they have done in Test cricket for India over the years, and playing crucial knocks in the second Test as well. You saw that important partnership in the second innings, which got us to a total that we could fight for. So these are the kind of performances we recognize as a team. What the selectors have in mind and what they decide to do, I obviously cannot comment on that at this moment sitting here. I have no comment to make on either. We understood what happened on the field, and people on the outside don't know exact details of what goes on onto the field. So for me to try and justify what we did on the field and say we got carried away is all. If we had gotten charged up and picked up 3 wickets there, that would have been probably the moment that changed the game. The reality of the situation is that we did not apply pressure, enough pressure on them for longer periods of time throughout the course of this test match, and hence we lost the game. That one moment seems very nice and very exciting to make a controversy out of, which honestly, I'm not interested in making a controversy of it at all. It was just a moment that passed, and we moved on from it, and we just kept focusing on the game and tried to pick up wickets. Obviously, we are disappointed when you know that you can win the series and you know you have a chance to beat South Africa in South Africa. Obviously, you feel disappointed when you're not able to do that, and we certainly are disappointed. That's a very natural part of sport, especially for a team that's so driven and so eager to win anywhere in the world and believe that we can win anywhere in the world. And having done that as well now, I think it's even more so disappointing that we were not able to get the result that we wanted. But that's part of sport. I mean, you have to accept it, you have to move on, and you have to try and improve and get better. Again, that's part of sport. I mean, I can't sit here and say what if this had happened or what if that has happened. The reality of the situation is that we have lost 2-1. Those balls did not take the edges and they did not come to the slip cordon. So ifs and buts have no place in sport, because it's such an amazing thing to be part of, where you're just playing one moment at a time, and when that moment passes away, there's no point thinking about it, because there's more and more moments that follow, and you have to make sure that you stay present and try and capitalize on those moments individually. So we can just think about the mistakes that we made and try to correct them. I'm not gonna think about the things that could have gone our way, because if they had to go our way, they could have gone our way already. So I don't think there's any point focusing on those anymore. When we say batting lineup, we obviously add the lower middle order also to it. It's not just focusing on 4 guys or 5 guys. It's till number 7, potentially 8 as well, to make sure that we get the runs required to be put on the board. So that's a collective responsibility I'm speaking about, and everyone knows it. I mean, everyone knows that they haven't quite stepped up and put in the performances that would have driven us into more, I would say, comprehensive or more dominating positions. And yeah, that's basically what I understood as to why we ended up losing the 2 test matches, is because collectively, again, we lost too many wickets in one session, that we have done a few times in the past as well. Definitely, I think it was a high quality knock, given the conditions and the situation and the kind of bowling there was on display, and that's the talent he possesses. And uh, hence I said, I mean, it's up to him to keep learning from the mistakes that happen, because we understand what he can do for the team on a regular basis, and the quality that he has as a wicket keeper and batsman, he can surely keep doing this at a regular occurrence for India, and that is only going to help the team to be in match winning situations, because he's a special talent and he can do some special things. So yeah, I mean, tremendous knock, one of the better hundreds that I've seen. Well, I think I can talk from a player's point of view. You're obviously very driven and motivated to perform for any in any match that you play for India, and I can, as an individual, I can definitely say that I'm looking forward to the ODI series, and I'm driven to perform in those ODI games. So I don't think anyone's gonna take whatever happened in this Test match, the second innings more so, and take it into the ODIs. We did not get mauled. Make no mistake, we were competitive throughout. Even the Test match, the two Test matches that we lost, they had to really work hard and earn victories. It's not like we just threw in the towel and gave victories away. So we are quite aware of that. And if we capitalize on those important moments in any format of the game, we have enough quality in our side to keep winning matches consistently. I think South Africa, the two times that they chased the scores down, I think they batted really well and applied themselves. We have different strengths, so to compare their bowlers to ours will not be correct, because the kind of help that we get on all pitches across the world, I don't think any other bowling attack is able to do that at the current moment, and precisely why we have been so successful everywhere in the world. Our strengths are different. We probably bowl in different areas, and there are many different ways to pick up wickets. So I think it's important to focus on your strength as a team. Appreciate what the opposition did well. They exploited the conditions with their pace and bounce, which obviously they have grown up in these conditions. They know these pitches so well, and which areas to bowl at, and consistently hit those areas. So you have to give them credit for that. But at the same time, you have to understand your strengths and keep sticking to it, and understand that that has gotten us results in the past. So that should hold you in good stead even moving forward. ऑब्वियसली सर, सबको डिसअपॉइंटिंग लगता है, पूरी टीम को डिसअपॉइंटिंग लगता है जब हम लोग सिचुएशन पे कैपिटलाइज नहीं कर पाते, और यही डिफरेंस होता है एक मैच को जीतने में या मैच आपकी पकड़ से निकल जाने में। तो यही मोमेंट्स एग्जैक्टली मैंने अभी मेंशन किए थे कि जो फेजेस हैं जहाँ पे हमने इतनी अच्छी क्रिकेट नहीं खेली, वो यही फेजेस उसमें इन्वॉल्व होते हैं जहाँ पे हम लोग कैपिटलाइज नहीं कर पाए उस मोमेंटम को, और उसको ज़्यादा अपनी तरफ नहीं खींच पाए, और इसीलिए हम लोग जो आखिरी दो टेस्ट मैचेस थे वो नहीं जीत पाए। नहीं यार, मैं तो थर्ड टेस्ट भी खेला हूँ, तो हमको तो जीतना चाहिए था ना। अगर मैं खेल के सेकंड टेस्ट भी जिता देता तो ऐसा, ये सब कोई गारंटी नहीं होती, और स्पोर्ट में निगल्स और इंजरीज तो चलती रहती हैं। बट टर्निंग पॉइंट, ऐसा मैं एक कोई मोमेंट नैरो डाउन नहीं कर सकता हूँ, बिकॉज मैं यही बोल सकता हूँ कि साउथ अफ्रीका ने अच्छी क्रिकेट खेली काफ़ी दोनों मैच जीतने के लिए, और द फैक्ट कि उनके पास एक चेजेबल टोटल था फोर्थ इनिंग्स में, आई थिंक उनको थोड़ी सी हेल्प उससे हुई होगी। शायद मेरे हिसाब से अगर वहाँ पे ज़्यादा रन होते दोनों मैचेस में, तो हम लोग ज़्यादा प्रेशर बना के रख सकते थे लंबे समय तक। तो बस यही एक दो चीज़ें हैं जिनकी वजह से मुझे लगता है कि हम लोग उन सिचुएशंस पे कैपिटलाइज नहीं कर पाए।